I was born in Massachusetts and then grew up the rest of the time in Connecticut. Through my speakers, through MIDI controller, into the trunk of a Toyota Camry, and took a month driving out to California. And as soon as I saw the redwoods, yeah, they kind of struck me. It shifted the type of music I wanted to make. And the first few festivals that I played at in nature, particularly in California, at that time I was doing some kind of like gnarly Reese line, breaky, heavier things. And playing that stuff in the woods felt completely wrong. So that actually shifted the way I was thinking about music and how I wanted to approach it and everything. I'm Brendan Angelides. I write music as Eskmo. Before every show, I'd run around and look in garbage bins or closets. I would just find different objects to play. During live performances, these are always at every venue, so that's why I would always kind of grab them. I first actually started doing this on stage and then brought it into the album stuff, particularly on that Ninja Tune album. I would do this for like a snare. I kind of zone out doing that, you know? But I think for the album process, being very physical, doing a lot of the strange recording stuff, getting very tweaky with things, that's going to be a big part of the writing process. This piece of gear here is the Modular channel from Overstayer. This is filter stuff, this is EQ stuff, this is compressor stuff, and then there's analog harmonic distortion. I mainly run like a stereo mix through it and just gently kind of touch things through it, so it just kind of gives it some more energy and some grit and a little bit of life to it. Very simple loop. So this is disengaged, that's engaged. You could, if you wanted to, just barely kiss stuff and saturate a signal if you wanted to, all the way from there, all the way to, you know, to something like that if you wanted to. In the filter section, put the resonance up super high. So that's literally just saturation and filters, so harmonic saturation and filters. There's dry. The 13 Reasons Why stuff, because it's very thematic and it's very character-based stuff, I ended up writing those specifically starting at the piano and just seeing what would come out. For a piece called Justin. I knew I wanted to have piano for his theme, but I wanted to make it a bit more sharp as opposed to just running it through some distortion or something else. I just decided to put some tinfoil on the piano. It's a very random process and it's never perfect. Some of it works and a lot of it doesn't. I would kind of zoom into that on a waveform or something and grab it and stretch it out. So then I would just kind of roll with it. Where I pull from inspiration for albums and stuff, honestly it changes all the time. Usually it's like a kernel of something, And then I have to continually practice to allow myself to follow that kernel if I have the time. Sometimes with scoring, you don't have 7 hours to work on a hi-hat. When I'm doing my own stuff, I can be selfish like that, and I can actually follow those little trails, you know? I like creating like little worlds. I think probably any songwriter, person likes doing that. They feel like they're creating these little worlds, you know? And I feel like the composing side helps structure out, or it's going to help structure out my next album process to create that world in a really kind of efficient way.